If they have not been able to progress, which the survey also shows, very likely discrimination has something to do with that.
While most Quebec immigrants agree that moving to Canada was the right choice, according to a new Leger poll done exclusively for Omni News, 37% of recent immigrants say living in Canada has been worse than expectations. Racism and discrimination may play a role, as more than half of the over 1,500 respondents from across the country say they've experienced or witnessed it, which often changes their perception of the Canadian immigration experience.
I did work with a lot of people who are immigrants, and they have a lot of dreams about coming to Canada. And one of the dreams is that Canada is a society that's fair, that's based on equality, that does not have the kind of ethnic and religious strife that they live in their countries of origin. And when they come here, they will encounter discrimination, particularly in employment and in housing. This is where they start to feel a little bit less optimistic and less hopeful about, society as a whole.
Race is the most common form of discrimination, followed by language.
They realize over time that perhaps it's the skin color, it's the race that holds them back, that makes them get less opportunities than they expected.
A quarter of those polled say they've experienced or witnessed religious discrimination.
There is profiling. I mean, when people see you, they act in a different way. And I believe that for the people that are doing these acts of racism, we do need to educate them, we need to inform, then they need to understand why is that Canada needs immigrants, because that's the other problem. It's not just that Canada is being generous with people, but Canada needs immigrants to keep on working.
The data from the survey shows 65% of Quebecers say the right systems were in place when they landed in the country, but on the other hand, 58% say Canada has not thought through a strategy on how to help immigrants integrate.
Depending on the way in which people are helped when people arrive here, your experience could be the best or could be the worst. When you arrive here, and this is something that people will never understand if you have not lived that experience. But when you arrive here, the first years of your stay in Canada is overwhelming. I myself was a migrant already in 2 other countries for long periods of time, and I can tell you, the amount of information that you have to master, handle, and the amount of things that you have to do is just overwhelming.
This is something that could be a factor that impedes integration and also satisfaction as newcomers, because they feel that these are the barriers that they didn't expect.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.